intro. Did I do it? I did it. I've been putting it off, and nobody's here, and I didn't share any of this out, and that's fine too. I was having a day. Today was the Tuesdayest of Saturdays, and that's all right too. But I wanted to do, the jugging saves people. I listen to music sometimes, and I think like, oh damn, shit ain't gonna be so bad. I listen to like Super Famous or something, or even sometimes you hear like a fucking, hey, what up, playa? What up, beastie? How you doing? Doing good. Things are good. Um, I was just talking about like some of the old school jokers. Hey, fucking Drake, you got booted out of the chat somehow, Drake. I don't know what happened. Somebody wrenched you the fuck out of. They gave you a perma bench, and I had to go in there and you had some shit. You want to come on and fucking talk some shit, Mister Priest? I'm about it. You could come on and talk some of your shit. I got no Jimmy Bubbles here or nothing. So it's real like mellow, just chill. Discuss whatever the fuck we want to discuss type stream. I was living today. Today was like, I had to work today and ain't been working a whole bunch. So yeah, no Jimmy Bubbles. No, this is a swill only pop up talk about bullshit stream. This is not an official Swills edition. Jimmy Bubbles really only joins me on Tuesdays and on Fridays. Yeah. So, but like I said, I was having a day, and then I seen some other people on Facebook, and they was having a day, shit, right? So then I start thinking weird shit, like, oh my god, are we infected with fucking nanomites that they put this shit in the water contamination shit, and it raises our fucking mineral count in our blood, and then they can send signals from the moon that make us feel anxious or he's having a week. Yeah, I fucking know that's right. What up, Ricky? Good to see you. Good to see you, and Creus. What up, you motherfuckers and fucking spooks? I'm gonna send you the link. Priest, are you gonna come on and fuck with us? You gonna come fuck with me? I don't know how to fucking. God damn it! See, this is what I need. Jenny. I need a Jimmy Bubbles. So what I do is I go over here and I gotta go here, and that's who you are. And then I go here. Man, this is why you need a fucking Jimmy Bubbles. People can't be fucking doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Boom. What the fuck do I know? It looks stupid if I'm just fucking doing it all. Look, I'm sitting there, I'm clicking, I'm not even looking, I'm not even talking. You guys are fuck. But the homie check-in, because I knew I wasn't the only one that was feeling fucking whatever this was that I was feeling. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to describe the feeling. Feeling of anxiousness, a feeling of I don't know, let's say like paranoia or like anxiety. Maybe like oh man, something bad's gonna happen. What up, AP? What's going on with you, playa? I was yeah, I don't know if any of y'all was fucking. Oh, you sent me something. You sent me something, Lenny. Oh shit. So this is the thing, I don't have the Jimmy Bubbles to sit here and do all the bullshit for me. So I don't even know. But I did see that Wrath of God. Well, oh man, it wants me to like down. It says it's fucked up. Something's fucked up with it. Won't play the video. Yeah, it has. It's been. I don't really. I I don't know meds. Should I be on meds? Maybe that's where I'm fucking up. I should be in the fucking meds. There's I don't want to be that guy though. I don't want to be the guy. I don't want to be fucking doped up. I don't want to be on no fucking meds and shit. I want to be able to deal with my shit and process my shit and understand that, like, okay, this inner feeling that I'm having is not a rational, not an appropriate feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like sometimes, some shit happens, like some super traumatic shit happens, and you process it and you're in shock for a little bit, right? So hey, Spoken, what up? Yeah, get over there. Yeah, those guys kill it over there. And I was over there fucking around. That's what took them in, because that's therapy for me too. And some of the juggalos that they have in their chat over there, man, they have 1,000 years of jugging over there in their chat. And mad props to those guys for doing it. They do a great show. They do the little contests and shit like that, and this thing, like, okay, so this is not a rational, realistic feeling. I got no reason to feel like this. It's whatever is happening. So, something happens, you're in shock. You might make some jokes, make some shitty comments about it, whatever. And then a week later, you're sad as fuck about it. You're like, well, fuck, how come I didn't feel this fucking bad about them? Well, it takes a minute for it to fucking hit in. So then I'm like, well, maybe it's like something like that. Maybe I'm just in some kind of shock state from some bullshit that, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Who knows what the fuck fucking happened? Do you guys know Beastman? Do any of you know who Beastman is? You guys are in for a treat. That's all I'm saying.
Can't possibly be
What's up, Mr. Vapid Priest? Testies 1, 2. Should I stop doing that? This is why I need fucking Jimmy Bobs. Happiness is heading and feeling. So they're counterbalancing each other. They do, right? Because you can't be happy all the time, except for you can be positive all the time, right? You can look at things, and I try to do that a lot of times, right? If you hear a lot of other people talking shit when they're bitching about their problems, and they're, oh man, fuck this guy, oh fuck this guy, but and I try not to be like that. I try not to ever be like fuck this guy. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I need fucking Jimmy motherfucking Bubbles. And it's the thing that's, but I think they're trouble, but they're just assholes. And you know what? And I probably get caught up in a little bit of that too, where some Burger King. Oh, this Beastman. I'd like to introduce you guys.
Yo.
Beats Man, what's up, dog?
Well, hopefully my fucking Wi-Fi stays up.
Okay, yeah. The Chad is speculating that you're actually using Burger King's Wi-Fi.
Nah, I'm using Xfinity, but this bullshit is fucked up for some reason. Every time I call them, they're like, "Hey, there's something wrong with your modem." They send me a new one, and then tell me there's nothing wrong with it. It has the same problem. A couple months later, I call them back. They say it's got a fucking problem. They send a new one, and it does the same shit.
I also have a lack of motivation.
Yeah, my motivation is fucked.
I need a rerouter.
My fucking modem was like taking a nap and shit. It was like a fucking exclamation point and shit when I fucking joined. I was like, wow, that's fucked up.
Frank, Mr. Goldie, thanks for being in the chat, and as always, I appreciate you. What have you been telling people? Everybody thinks you don't like me, Frankie. Fuck, you've been telling them, dude. Thought we was fucking cool. Whatever. That's on my fucking mind now. I think fucking Frankie Goldie hates me. Whatever.
Fucking everybody hates everybody right now. Apparently, that's what's fueling the trouble.
And I understand a little bit of that, because look, we're roasters. We roast each other. That's what juggalos do, man. We talk shit. Oh, that's
You know,
just a cheese house thing. I love them though, for real.
as
Well,
much as they talk
I love
shit.
the cheese, not so much the gate. Yes. Hey, fucking, there we go. Boom. See, anxiety, depression, a real never do cards. Hey, you know what? Right, because
What?
everyone handles it differently. Some people need meds, some people don't, and it's about like, oh, reaching out for help. And I'm like, well, I have people that hit me up all the time and ask me for shit. I'll fucking mute this kid. I'll mute the fuck out of this dude. I know how to do this shit. But I have people that can reach out to me, and I talk to them, and it's easy. I'm like, sometimes I feel like a thing, and it's easy for me to talk somebody down off of the ledge. You know what I mean? It's easy for me to be like, oh, hey man, maybe I'm thinking that I'm telling them what they need to hear or whatever, and sometimes maybe it hits right. Sometimes maybe they're like, hey, this guy's an asshole. But like I'm going through my shit too, and talking to people, that helps me coming on here. That's why I did this pop-up stream, because yesterday I was feeling bummed yesterday. I was like, yesterday was the most Monday of Fridays ever. It was fucking the Mondayest Friday I've ever fucking had in my life. And I'm like, why do I feel like this? I did the stream yesterday and I felt good, There's the shit talking, right. So that's another thing, right? With the roasting thing, right? So it's a balance. It's being able to make a joke and find the humor, pull the humor out of something that normally wouldn't be funny, and that's another thing too, right? Criticizing, and trying to tell people.
Hey, I always try to fucking help people, as much as I criticize, it's about helping. Also.
Yes, yeah. So this is the thing, and Frankie hit it on the head, right? Because the Midwest United Juggalos are talking about doing this Trash Fire Royal Rumble thing, where they have a bunch of artists submit their music and shit. Was you hip to any of it?
I don't know shit about that, but I've got like 7 people that I produce for, so.
Okay, that's what I thought maybe you would like something like this, right? So it's you fuck. I don't know if you fuck with the Midwest United Juggalos. They got a pretty sweet podcast. They do, and they're jug. They live the fucking community. They bleed this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they do it. Like when I watch their shit, I'm like, holy fuck! I hope I could be as cool as these guys one day. But I know
as cool as everybody that I know. Shit, I'm down with you. Fuck it.
You must know some assholes. No, but well, yeah, no, they do a real good show. They do a lot of give back to the communities. They film these little skits and shit, whatever. It's cool shit. But they're doing a Royal Rumble thing where everybody submits their music. Then they have a couple of judges say, right? He said, don't submit. Don't submit.
Like
more the merrier. Oh, I'd say the more the merrier, unless they suck. Tell them don't submit unless they suck.
I'm not going to bend over. I'm not going to bend over.
We're gonna fucking do it. Anyway, yeah. So the more people that get in it, and like they brought up a few good points about how like, okay, somebody that has a bigger following than somebody else, their chat can get, they're gonna get the chat, they'll blow up, maybe get more votes even because their homies are more willing to do something like that for them.
That's cool.
Yeah, but you should get into it. Yeah, there's you got 2 weeks to enter. All right. I think the submissions have to be in by March 15th. And I think sometimes these guys do these things and not a lot of people submit and shit like that, and they have a great following. So I think that's Midwest United Juggalos. Royal Rumble, Trash Fire Royal Rumble is what it's called. Some shit, right?
Even if I don't have a submission for it, I'll still fucking check it out and show fucking Juggalo love. You know what?
Absolutely, yeah. It might be a good opportunity to hear some different shit. That's all I listen to is shitty jug music. I really couldn't tell you. You say I'm a fucking blue meanie? Well, dirty 30.
That's fucking bootlegger.
I just did my eyebrows. Can you tell? So my eyebrows are blue. You can even really tell. But yeah, it's and a lot of it's decent, and a
You
lot
know
of
what
it
this is? The
sucks.
fucking pencil. I know nobody's seen these lately, but I just used it to write a note.
Ninja with a pencil seen one. He's in the
Oh, really?
ninja with a pencil's in the chat, and I don't know if you know this, but he's got a pencil also.
Well, then whoop whoop to him, man. Pencils, they still exist, bro. It's not all phones and keyboards now.
Yeah, it's not all digital. You
Bro,
can
I have
still
this
write a
fucking
note.
problem. I started fucking typing lyrics and stuff into notes, and now I'm still looking for my pencil. I keep reaching over, like I'm holding my phone in my hand. I'm like, fucking pencil, where is it? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm fucking retarded. I'm sitting here with a phone in my hand. I'm not supposed to have a fucking pencil anymore.
So don't spoken. You can't get all the trash cans. Believe me, you are not as bad as some people. And I'm not saying you're bad, even. Just your videos can be fucking up and shit.
Hey, that one fucking time we were fucking talking, I was turning green and shit.
Yeah, that was fucking me up too. I don't know if it was like your camera was fucked up or what the
Same camera today.
shit was fucked up. Hey, fucking Spoken says I want all of them. Those are my fucking trash fires. Hey, don't be fucking around. This is our therapy. You ever drop a pencil down somebody's butt crack when they're bent over, Frankie? Yeah, give them the old plumber's, therapy. Well, because you think, when we was kids, and it was always, or younger, he's growing up, you're always busting each other's balls about shit. That's what you do, is you fuck with your fucking friends, and like Rick Man's my fucking friend, kind of. He's a person that I know and talk to, and we're on a first name basis, and we hang out. I helped him move one time. He's my friend, and he's got fucking shit going on too all the time. Rick Man's always bitching about shit, and sometimes it really brings me down, and I got to be like, "Shut the fuck up, Riggy! Fucking pull your head out of your ass. Your shit's not that bad. At least you're not in fucking prison, or whatever. You know what I mean? At least you're not homeless. Fucking could be way worse. That's next month. Where are you? Where are you at? Where are you at, Beastie? Where you live at?
I am in Michigan, like 20 minutes from Detroit.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
So it's cold as fuck there too, because it's cold as fuck.
It just fucking started melting like 2 days ago. It was fucking rivers and shit from all the snow. Fucking a goose landed in front of my house like 2 days ago.
We got
Just
a
like
park up here, a bunch of goose. They shit all over the place and stuff.
The motherfucker was huge. Let me touch it. It was just fucking freezing out there. It's fucking sitting in the snow, and I'm just like, there motherfucking goose out there honking at me. It's fucking whooping me real quick. But yeah, I'm in Sterling Heights to be exact.
All right, Sterling Heights. Yeah, it's a suburb there, whatever, on the north side.
Yeah, it's a little bit nicer. Fuck me for being in the nicer place, but I still live in the shittier part of it.
I feel
But
it.
hey, mushrooms are legal here. Fucking all the weed and we can fucking smoke, and all the mushrooms we can eat.
He says, yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Hey, Riggy said I like to complain. I admit it, and sometimes, hey, Riggy, it's good to get shit off your chest and do whatever, right? But then you also got to realize that there's a point where, like, because I'm a big believer in like accountability, right? Things are my own fault. They're always my own fucking fault. Even if like me bitching about you bitching, that's my fault for allowing you into my zone so that I can hear your bitching. You know what I'm saying? That's not your fault. That's my fault. But so I can't blame everyone else. That's the thing. So I do a lot of like self-reflective blaming my fucking self, shit like that. You know what I mean? And you need a little bit of that. You need to look back. You need to go, oh, fuck, man. I fucked that up. I'm going to do it different next time, So you're up in Michigan. What do you do for work? What kind of shit you do? Tell me about you. I know you do the music shit. Hey, you know, another thing that I was thinking, you said you did like a positive affirmation page,
Oh
something
yeah,
like that.
I haven't fucking uploaded on that in a while. I need to.
You need to. You know what I was thinking was maybe you should collab with Ed Lammerding from the Super Famous Fun Time guys. I really
Oh
feel
yeah.
like he's got you ever are you friends with him on the Facebook?
I don't think
You
I
know,
don't know actually. That's a good question. I'm not sure. I don't want to say yes or no and then be like, oh, I'm wrong.
well, he posts these positive things like every day, and
Well,
sometimes
I
I
don't say
feel like
positive things and I don't see positive things. So I guess not.
he posts positive things. His name's Ed Lammerding. I think there's only one of them, but he posts these positive things, but he's really a fucking sourpuss of a guy and shit. But
I mean, I can be angry and all crazy, but like I try to be cool with everybody. I try to be chill. Usually, if I have
yeah,
an issue with you, it's because you just kept having one with me.
right, yeah. You're definitely a chill guy. You're definitely like you're laid the fuck back. But I think about it and I'm like, man, like sometimes this guy is posting things that I need to hear. You know, I'm reading it or whatever, and then sometimes like, oh, this don't make no fucking sense. Well, that's for somebody else that needs to hear. And then sometimes I can read it and I'm like, man, he's posting this because he needs to hear this. You know what I'm saying? That like nobody's telling him. And his music sucks balls. Well, his music sucks balls could be one of the reasons he's depressed. Frankie, did you ever think about that? Did you ever think that maybe that wears on him too? His music fucking sucks balls, but people keep
Sometimes
telling him that they like it.
people are just like Pokemon. They say what they feel. You know, somebody keeps calling you a retard on Facebook. It's because like they're Pokemon. They're just kind of like
Yeah.
mirroring what their own feelings are. They don't know how to say, or if they're not, they don't have their minds focused on nothing else but that. And you can tell.
And that's another thing too. Yes, is being able to get off of that. Right. Because you'll perpetuate it or whatever, right? You keep it going if you stay in that frame of mind. It's
Yeah.
called it's called projection. That's how I heard him say it when
I
he was
guess that's
typing.
another keyword too, just like Pokemon. So
Yes.
okay. Projection,
Okay.
Pokemon, all the same fucking shit to me now.
Oh my God, look at this. You can't put yourself in a bubble. Gotta embrace the dark. I've put myself in a bubble until it was dark before at the gathering. A fucking balloon, a fucking nitrous induced coma, if you will.
Well, there's always negative shit in
I'll
life.
go
Like
anywhere,
the
yeah.
thing is, it's like, what are you gonna do with the negative shit? Are you gonna sit around and let it ruin your life, or do you like find a way to transmute whatever energy it provides into your life to fuel you for something better?
I like the way that like 1 minute when I'm talking to you, it sounds like you're talking on a CB radio, and then the next minute you sound like an alien. I don't know if you got your phone sitting in the toilet or why it's like that, but it's super dope, and I'm really enjoying it. Um, I'm looking at things, and this is the thing. Okay, right. Oh, that's the answers, right? That's the answer because it does do like a reset for you and shit, right? But then you can't like live this life. You know, people are microdosing and shit, and they're just eating a little bit of shrooms every day. And I want to be this guy that's got to eat shrooms every day. It tastes like shit. Can we all agree that shrooms taste like shit? Can we agree on that? Chat, put a one if you think shrooms taste like shit, and put a fucking anything you want if you think shrooms taste like shit, right?
Like they taste like
What?
shit, but it's just that.
Yes, yes.
I got plenty of mushrooms I don't eat because they never said, "Hey, eat me." They might say that to somebody else when I show them to them, though. I got a golden egg sitting in my room filled with them. So maybe that'll find its way to the gathering and somebody will locate it.
Uh, hey, it's on your stupid thoughts with anyone else is 1% effect. And you're right, exactly right. Just getting it out there. And sometimes you don't even know what the shit's bothering you until you start talking with somebody and you start getting some shit out. And then you're like, um, it fucking happens to me all the time. I start talking to somebody and shit, and then I realize, like, oh shit, it's this ain't even what's bothering me. It's this whole everything here. That's probably why I'm so frustrated with shit. But also, I think that signals are being broadcast from the moon, like radio transmissions. They say that the moon controls the currents of the oceans and stuff, and affects the gravitational pull of the earth, and the water, the currents and shit. And what are we made up of? We're like 95% water or some crazy number, right? 90%. We're made up of water. Why wouldn't it fucking affect us? They're sending us signals.
There's like all this bullshit that they got going on. Like, you ever been in a room and then like all of a sudden everybody at the same time just starts looking at Facebook on their phone? You're just like, what the fuck? Or like you start yawning, everybody else starts yawning at the same fucking time.
Yes.
Like, they hit you with the idle waves. They're trying to put you to sleep, make you forget about your goals and your it really, if any, there was a conspiracy. The conspiracy is to have a conspiracy that you guys would believe in that isn't real. And then after you believe that it's real, then they have the ability to make it real, because all of you guys just now put the necessary energy and belief into something that was never real. So these people who never had power
manifesting shit
manifested power by making a conspiracy on the internet saying we have all the power, and everybody believed it.
Now, Beast Man, are you 50-50, 60-40? Where do you sit on the beast and the man?
40 Bago. What? Where do I sit on what?
On the beast man. Are you 50-50 beast man? Are you 60-40 more beast than man? Are you 70-30, 30-70?
Technically, it's supposed to be beast man God. So they're supposed to be the three, the Holy Trinity.
All right. I thought the Holy Trinity was Frankie Goldie, Acetone Boogie, and Devereaux.
The Son and the Spirit or whatever, but I'm the beast, the man, and however you want to put it. I try not to fucking stick the God thing out there too much, because I'm not trying to fucking be all like, hey, look me, I'm better than y'all, or anything like that. But
we're all gods.
People fucking just shout out like,
I'm a god too. You're a god.
I'm not going to force you to say, hey, it's Beast Man God. That sounds like some stupid shit. So just call me Beast Man. But technically, the GOD is an acronym. I'll tell you right fucking now exactly how I ended up with that in the first place. When I was like a little kid, I fucking with my cousin playing guitar, and I was just doing some death metal vocals, and there I was, the goat of death. And then it was just initialed God, and then everybody started calling me God, and then
the goat of death.
Yes, the goat of death. And then everybody started calling me God, and I got famous on fucking MySpace over it. And I swear to fucking God, I saved like hundreds of people from suicide, because they kept coming to my profile asking me if I was the real God, telling me they're gonna kill themselves, like all the fucking time when I was a little kid. And I'm just like, y'all, you know what's fucked up is that I saved so many people from suicide, but I could not save my best friend from killing herself. You know, that's pretty fucked up.
Well, when it comes to things like that, when you say like, oh, I couldn't save them, do you mean that like, oh, I couldn't move them out of the way quick enough? You couldn't fit, or
no, they had a bad perspective on life. And
I know it got dark real quick.
Life was to not continue going down this path of life. And they couldn't figure out why all these negative things keep happening to them.
Because it's balance. It happens. But and Frankie comes right out and says, I hate this story. Okay, RIP your friend, Beast Man, because that really sucks. But I also just want to turn that into another thing of like, well, because not everybody has. I have a great support system, even amongst the juggalos and shit. They always help me. They're willing to listen, shit like that. But like, if you're going to commit suicide, because a lot of people talk it and a lot of people have intrusive thoughts, and it's always easier to just say, I don't want to deal with any of this. That's the easy answer. But it's a very selfish thing to do, because although it terminates you, and then of course you're destined to repeat, right? I don't know where you sit on reincarnation and vibration and all that shit. I got a real Buddhist philosophy with shit. But like, you're destined to repeat. So you give up, you'll be back here anyway to learn the lesson you were supposed to learn in the first place. Yeah.
My skull is like wrapped around with titanium mesh and all that shit from getting into fucking fights and all sorts of bullshit. You know?
Exactly, Spooky. And there's things that like there's things that you believe, right? Things you believe as a human being, as a spirit, your spiritual shit that you believe to be true, and you don't know why you believe. There's 260 different fucking religions or some active religions in the United States or some shit like that, right? And they can't all be wrong. Not one of them can all be right, but these people like believe these things to their core about this is true. This is what I believe. You're wrong, whatever. That's what I like about the Buddhists. The Buddhists are like, whatever. Maybe you're right. I don't know. Yeah. They believe whatever. But if you kill yourself, it's one of the most selfish things that you can do as far as not caring about the people that care about you, because that's what that does, is that hurts them. And even though, it's like, if you're like, oh, I want to kill myself. My mom's worried to death about me. I just want to kill myself. She would rather be worried than have you gone. You know what I'm saying?
Anything for yourself. So is it really supposed to be looked at as greedy, or is that just only the point of view that you have from not being in the state of mind that they're in? I get what you're saying, and it can be greedy that way, but at the same time,
it's very selfish.
Think that when they're doing that, they aren't thinking it's selfish, because they're thinking
they're relieving the burden from people.
Right. They think that they're a burden a lot of the time. Yeah, exactly. That's part of what I'm trying to say. And that's not even usually the case. That's not even usually the case. Most people are depressed because they just didn't realize that something was in front of their eyes the whole time.
You gotta work hard. Right. The whole living thing, right? And then I think about shit like this, right? Because then I take it to the next level of like, we're Americans, okay? We're living an American life. We've got fucking plumbing and electricity, and we don't have to go, some of these third world countries, they got fucking dirt floors and electricity, and they gotta walk a mile and a half to get to get a bucket of water to wash their hair. It's a cow piss. They need Mr. B.
Those people, they understand and appreciate the power of teamwork and coming together and all of that stuff. And that's actually a part of why people are depressed, is because we aren't talking to each other. Because my best friend, she killed herself after telling me she loved me on Valentine's Day, bro. And like literally in my brain, when I was talking to her about what we were talking about before that, it was as simple as just fixing it in my head. But in her head, it was just literally just a goodbye thing.
An impossible thing to fix.
I have the ability, me here as a sober person who's not thinking like that, to see like what I have to bring to the table if I change the situation by just leaving Michigan and going to the state she's in. And that was my plan, but I didn't move fast enough, because sometimes people they say nothing's changing. It's going to be the same next month. It's going to be the same next month and the next month and the next month. But it doesn't have to be like that, but it requires communication. People need to talk about their problems. They need to fucking hit people up. They need to say they got these things, because if you find out a week before they have the plans and it takes you 2 weeks to come up with a plan to fix it, well, you're 1 week behind. And also you might have needed to show up a week before that anyways, because you need a week to convince them, probably.
Yeah. And
there's not even enough. That's not even enough.
Right. Sometimes it needs, like I said, like I understand, right, that there's situations, because you're right, that there's levels to this. There's something that doesn't seem like it's that bad for you, right? You're like, oh, well, that's an easy problem to fix. My sister was bumming about some things the other day. Sorry, Jess, putting your fucking business out. Well, she's bothering me about some shit. But when she told me the problems, and I go, Oh, those are easy problems. Money fixes those. Okay, right? So like problems that money fixes aren't even really problems. They bother us and they stress us out and stuff. But if money can fix it, that's an easy answer to look at and say, oh, what do I need? I need money. You're like, I'm stressed about money, but stressed about money. It's the things that money can't fix that is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you know,
Because
something
those
bad
things
happens
that
to the
you
kid, something,
you would
whatever. I don't
feel
know,
like
whatever,
going
you
through
know?
the money. You would feel like going through the other things if all those other things weren't so bad. Like if when you
Absolutely. You're like, fuck, I
like if
wish
you
money
fucking
could.
went home from work and instead of going home to your empty ass fucking house with no fucking couch and shit and staring at your fucking stupid TV that you fucking found in the garbage down the road or some shit, you know, fucking somebody just hits you up and says, "Hey, what up?" You know, like that's all they gotta fucking do, and then you feel like, "Hey, somebody actually gives a shit about me." Like I know
Yes.
I'm horrible at fucking getting back to people sometimes, but like sometimes I gotta go through my messages and scroll like through 1,000 unread messages and shit. And like through the ones that I accidentally clicked on that made me forget that there was ones behind it or something, you know, and I'm like,
And you go down, is it absolutely happens to me all the time.
it kind of sucks to have to put your friends and the people that you care about into like a systematic thing like that, but that's how social media is kind of set up nowadays. And the shit with Messenger fucking pisses me off. Like I'll get the little bubble up there and I'll be like, okay, I know somebody messaged me, I'm gonna get them. And then my phone will crash or Facebook will crash or some stupid ass bullshit and the bubble disappear. And then I'm like, all right, I forgot about it.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm correct because I'm guilty of that too. Whenever seeing a thing going, oh yeah, I'm gonna hit them up when I get home. We do their shit or whatever. Everybody, Jess Jekyll's in the chat. Fucking act cool. Where Jess, we was just talking about some fucking super weird shit. This is not a funny stream. Nobody's spoofing anything here. We're sitting, we're exercising our brains. I was just, hey, and fucking Mike Orr, what up? And Rod, it's good to see all you fucks. It was just sitting there. Orr, I'm glad you're here because we were just talking about how fucked up people, you know, look at things. And my man, Mao, Mao. But you know, I've been talking with Horror a little bit about things or whatever, you know, be bitching about shit sometimes. Like fucking stop bitching. But I need somebody to tell me that too sometimes, so not whatever. But he's been being so positive lately, and I don't know if is it helping you, Horror? Is it feeling better? Chat type 1 if everybody thinks Horror's been doing better, and also type 1 if you don't give a fuck.
Yes, I'm reading these comments now. Actually, I didn't have them pulled up before. I had to zoom in with my head to fucking see the little tiny shit.
That's
man. The spooky the fungi, the fungi. Yeah, you need to fucking the fungi. Sorry, you gotta fucking you definitely gotta fucking be in a fucking good state of mind to get somebody out of that state of mind, or else you'll just end up there with them, yo.
Yeah, we're surrounded by our own energies and shit every day. You know, are you hating on my tech work? All right, I'm good. Tech. I'm like Tech 10 over here. I'm Tech X. Fuck with me. I look more like Tech 8, 7, 8, 9, whatever. But, but that's the thing is, you know, like I was telling you about Super Famous Guy. You know, he's always posting this positive shit, and I'm reading it, and I'm like, yeah, like, well, that ain't for me today. You know, I didn't need to necessarily hear that, but somebody needed to hear that. You know, and maybe he's saying it's projection. He's saying it for himself because he needs to hear it. You know.
Well, that could be true. I mean, I don't necessarily think that I'm the suicidal one here.
But yeah, it's like I like him.
I deal with a lot of people's shit all fucking day. That's pretty much what I do. I have actual certification in the law of attraction, not that even means bullshit at all, you know. But
I like to just point out we got a -1. Yeah, it's easy to solve somebody else's problems, right? It's easy to solve everyone else's problems because
That's what the
Yeah,
team
yeah.
is for.
What
Because
they
I
say, a
cannot massage
problem.
my own back. I cannot. I cannot massage my own fucking back. I can try, and all I will be doing is massaging something that's not relaxed because I'm using it to
Yeah,
massage
you're
myself.
gonna pull a muscle. You're gonna pull a muscle. You keep doing that, and
Just not
every
relaxed.
and there's loners. I'm a very codependent person. I need people around me. Okay, I don't like being alone. It just is what it is. But some people are loners and they don't need the people around them. Not everybody needs a fucking pat on the back to say that they're doing a good job. People do their things. People do their things. It's they say I need Prozac. I'm
Yeah,
trying to.
or it totally is fucking easier to deal with your own problems because there's not a bunch of bullshit. But like, if you don't know what to do, then I guess you need to talk to somebody. And I
Yeah,
guess
hey,
this
fucking
message
Captain
wouldn't be
Dab's in
for
the
those
house.
people, you know?
Yeah, you never know. Did you ever, you talk to somebody, you see somebody somewhere, whatever, they say something, and you say something like off the wall to
Right.
them,
Yeah, he
not
says make you
even,
better, or make the ones around you better. Yeah, exactly. Because then you putting yourself in a better position to help and be positive and lead as an example and to show people like, hey, there's more to this life. Like you can just literally exist in it and be happy. Like people are afraid to go to the gathering because everybody's talking fucking shit in there. Like the one of the
and that's
fucking people
crazy.
that I camp with is afraid to go to the gathering next year because people are threatening her because they don't like the way that she behaves when she's at the gathering, calling her a whore, calling her this and that, and all this other stuff. And she's like telling me she's afraid to go to the gathering. And people are saying that they're gonna find her and beat her ass and drag her to their camp and deal with her. And I'm just like, for what? Like, why are people being
Is
like
this
that?
is this about Jess Jekyll? Should I go pull up some of
Oh
her
no.
comments about?
Oh
Oh,
no,
okay,
this isn't about her. No, 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 no. And
no,
in fact, I've
no,
seen this
nope.
about this is about somebody completely irrelevant to that who would be more relevant to me. But the thing is that I've seen this exact scenario go down like several times since this last gathering with other people. So it's not just the person I'm talking about. It's not just Jess Jackal. It's other people too. There's literally people
Absolutely.
in
There's
it's literally
there's
people
bullies out here.
inside the gathering page searching for people, hitting them up in their inboxes, telling them they're gonna make snuff films out of them and all sorts of fucking weird ass shit. And I mean I have screenshots of it because people send me the shit, but like that's besides the point. I'm just saying, like, what the fuck's going on here? Why are we
We
all
are
hating?
not gang members.
Well, regardless of if we're gang members, you're not allowed to fucking call us gang members.
Yeah, right. You can call us junkies though.
You're not
No,
allowed to
and horse says don't feed the
fuck.
trolls. Don't feed the trolls. You have to feed them, and then because it's the internet, right? I will have to say, you know,
Well,
unless,
yeah, I'm not gonna
unless
let that
somebody's out there really doing grimy shit, nobody's just gonna let anybody get their ass beat,
right. I'm not gonna let
Right?
it happen either. That's why I'm like, fuck this
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's what keeps in my fucking mind. I've got like people inboxing me that still fucking say accept this fucking message request in order for them to see if you read it, and it's like fucking 35 messages long already from half these people saying that
Yeah,
they're gonna take care of me and all this other shit. And I'm just like, cool, take care of me because I literally have been pronounced dead before. Like you are who you hang out with. We can all literally become like me. We can all become pronounced dead and back to life and have titanium wrapped around our skulls like me.
you're like Wolverine, kind of. I had a guy give me told me he was going to kill me at the gathering. He sent me a death threat. Yeah, and I told him I was going to buy his ticket. I, so he's my friend now. But
Only
hey,
people that I've even threatened to beat their ass is one dude who was talking shit about some girls, saying he was gonna take this dude's girl into some other place, and like him and his friends were gonna have their
hey,
way.
stop it.
I'm not even trying to say any names right now. I know who they are. That maybe people want to fucking inbox me. I'll tell them if they're lucky. But like that one dude, I said I'll be at the gate. I'll see you. You better not show up unless you're ready to apologize and say you're never gonna do that again. And then the only other people that I've
And
ever
if
said,
that's how you want to spend your gathering,
literally the only people I've ever said, I'm going to beat your ass when I show up to the gathering is just some people that literally kept showing up in my inbox over and over and over again saying they're going to beat my fucking ass.
Mhm.
Like, I don't have a fucking choice at this rate. If you're going to actually show up, like, do I sit around
Yes.
my camp and wait for you to show up with the brick and fucking hit us in the back of the heads? Or do I just go to where your parking lot is and fucking say what up? Like,
Right. Well, and if you know who it is, there's a lot of the people, we're all connected in this shit.
Do I chance having the females that I roll with getting fucking something happen to them because this dude's organized some dumbass dude to do something for him, or he's got a girl, which I've heard a girl will come into the conversation and say she'll do it so he doesn't have to. So
Right, and there's that too. There's chicks that right, and what our society about is that fuck shit, right? It's about that snuff shit. It's about that fucking we're crazy. It's about that fucking I'm gonna steal your car when you go in the store type shit. And even though the juggalos have gotten a little older, there's that's what Violent J tells us is fucking, hey, I'll steal your car and fucking, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And of course, that's a younger, less money having, less wealthy Jay. But there's always that crowd of people that will justify, they're bad people that do good things as opposed to good people that do bad things. I'd like to think that I am a good person that makes some bad decisions. I do some bad. I do a lot of good things also. I'm not saying those are any good things, but at heart, even if I make a bad decision and some fuck shit happens, really, I didn't intend for it to go like that. I'm not a bad person that's doing good things. I'm a good person that does some bad things. I mean, that's my fucking rationalization anyway.
In karma, then you have to figure out whether or not the fucking bullshit that you're dealing with is your karma or not too.
Yeah, and that's another thing about karma is you got to realize that like you the way karma works is you are not allowed to wish bad karma on somebody else. You are not allowed to be the bad karma for somebody else. Like even if you want to say, "Oh, I'm going to go beat this pedophile's ass because I know that this shit happened and I'm his bad karma," well, that's not necessarily how it works. And you might have bad karma coming back on you for that because that's not up to you to do that. You don't get to make that decision.
Whoever said that everybody should be free of karma anyway? Maybe it's just a continuously cycling thing, and then you don't have any control over. Like maybe you were meant to beat that guy's ass, but also maybe you were meant to have bad karma for that too. Like.
Right. Well, and that's how, when ICP saying their shit or whatever, that like, I'm gonna go fucking rob this guy because he's got more money than me. I need it more than him. It's justified. You're justifying yourself and your bullshit, and that's where the accountability comes in, and keeping the community aware of the bullshit. Nobody should be threatening anyone. If I'm gonna beat somebody's ass at the gathering, and I'm fucking like, that's a thing that I'm really going to do, I could promise you I won't be in their inbox. Because if I'm in their inbox, they might not come. Let's say somebody threatens you.
Was after months and months of them inboxing me in a public place around the gathering fucking page. Maybe it was just, if you don't want to fucking let it down, man, I'm going to have to fucking do something about this. Like.
Right here, I'll give you a little, it's like, I spent a lot of imprisonment, juvie next time, right? Well, and this is what I mean. That like, as you get older, do you realize are you out here inconveniencing people? Are you out here causing harm to people? Are you out here? How are you affecting when you run across people in your everyday shit? If you go out there, if you break into somebody's car and you steal the fucking change out their ashtray. You're all right. You got something out of it. Hey, maybe you needed a bag of chips and a pop or something like that. So you fucking did that shit, but maybe that was all they had and they're going to run out of gas on the way home and they didn't deserve that. But in your mind, oh, I need this worse than they do. It's justified. Do you feel bad about doing shit like that? Or are you like, damn, I shouldn't be doing shit like that? Because that's how it determines if you're a good or bad person. Because we all make bad decisions and do shit where we're not thinking of how it affects everyone around us and whatever. But a good person will think about how's this going to affect the people around me before they commit a fucking shitty act, good and bad.
People who are ignorant don't realize it, but once they're told, then it's up to them to take what they've been told and make a conscious decision on it. And if they
Right.
don't,
Ignorance does not mean stupid. It means not knowing, unaware.
Once you know your ignorance is gone, you have now become either a person who has made the correct decision or the wrong decision.
Yes. Yeah. When I was a kid and growing up, and hey, maybe this is fucking controversial, whatever. When I was a kid growing up, it was always, we called each other gay. We said, "Oh, you're gay for that." You know what I mean? That was just like, that was a thing, right? And then like the
man, what the fuck?
Right. Well, and then one of my best friends, ended up being trans. Well, one of my best friends ended up being trans and shit, and speaking to me on some shit that, like, maybe it was the way I brought up, maybe it was closed mind bullshit, maybe it was just the way it was at the time, whatever. But it made me think that, like, oh, fucking with somebody for being trans, or fucking with somebody for a thing that they have no control over, and if they do have control over it, it's obviously like, well, something's not wired right in there if this is how you're feeling, because that's not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to, this is science, I guess, you know what I mean, science. So are you gonna pick on people for something that that is obviously like beyond their control? Because, like, people don't want to, everybody wants to be normal and accepted and be, what I'm saying, be what they can, and like I said, it's a different time, and it's a different, things become more socially acceptable. But it took a minute for that to click with me, where I'm like, oh, because sometimes it's hard, when you have trans friends and shit, sometimes it's hard, and you misgender them, or you say things like, oh, hey, bro, oh, fuck, I didn't mean bro, I didn't mean to call you bro, whatever. But
worst that one, shit. Well, I didn't know you were a girl when I met you, so I immediately looked.
Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, so, but whatever, if you're not doing it in a disrespectful manner, then that's a little different, because it's like, okay, well, this is what you want, you're a human being. It doesn't really bother me if I don't, it's not, if you're not doing it intentionally, like you said, it's the ignorance thing. Once like, okay, there's slip ups and there's whatever. But if you're just sitting there like picking on somebody, it's like, well, now you're picking on a mentally ill person. And I'm not saying they're all mentally ill. I'm saying that there's,
they admit to themselves and out loud to you that they have gender dysphoria, then they know that they're having a mental issue.
That there's that's something. Yeah, exactly. Whether they can control it or they can't, or I feel like, because there's always going to be that percentage of people.
People want to be angry at you for being a transsexual because you're not doing what they want you to do. You're not doing what they want, and you're not consenting, and they're not consenting. So it all just comes down to, like, why are you angry with them? Like, they're not doing anything with you. Are they trying to have sex with you? Like, maybe you told them, no, don't have sex with me, or quit hitting on me, and they didn't listen.
Then you have a reason to be like, hey, yeah, you're the one being inappropriate, not me with shit, and like I said, but it all comes down to the mental issue of things, and how was this treated, and what have you done to try to improve it. If you're like, okay, well, now this is acceptable, so this is what I'm doing about it. And when I was growing up, it was just different. That's just how I was brought up, and I'm trying to be like, okay, not everything that I learned as a kid, or not everything that my parents told me is the way that it was, and it's like racism is a thing in this country, and now, like, if you're if you're racist, whatever, it's no longer acceptable. But it was a thing when my dad's dad was a kid, that was a thing. This is a very racist fucking country.
I explained it to my parents. I said, look, you guys, are having this issue or whatever the heck issue it is. I'm not going to get into the details on it, but like all of the programming that you guys have was for like the
Programming.
90s. It was for like the 90s, and like honestly, like if you took half of that and you just lost your job that you've had for 10 years and tried to go walking down the road and put in applications, you're going to get denied everywhere. Like, why didn't you do that online first? Like, just the programming that you have from a previous time is somewhat can be useful in a current modern day fucking world, but sometimes it just isn't, and it doesn't fucking work. And it's this thing called brain neuroplasticity that you have to worry about. It's your ability to change your mind on the spot. Like, if you can't change your mind on the spot, then you'll be trapped inside of a thought process at some point. So you have to create neural pathways and know when to fucking switch. Like, if you're playing a video game and you're fucking running in like Rambo, you need to know, like, I'm not Rambo anymore. I'm fucking dying. Time to fucking turn around and fucking hop over this wall
and save myself here. And
because I'm stubborn, then I'm going to fucking be toast.
Yes. And then it's like, okay, well, now that I've learned that these beliefs or this programming wasn't exactly accurate to not only to society standards, but just on a civil level, right? On a humane civil level. And then Spoken says I go Rambo every time. Every goddamn time.
Hey, eventually you become a master at going Rambo, right? Like, it just works.
Yes. Thank you, Captain Dab. Nice wrench. We're all Rambo. Here's is Spoken Realness. Same person.
Time to fucking go Rambo, y'all.
Dude, you know what? Your bicep looks just like my boner.
Well, you see my fucking arms and you think about your erection. So I guess that's my
weird,
arms,
isn't it? Huh? That's weird. Hey, what's up, Dick Arms? No, I don't know. Hey, what a stupid nickname. That's a stupid nickname, That's
I'm clapping.
You want to look at? I'll give you this head and this head. You have double-headed.
Fucking dick. Well, I don't have sausage fingers, so.
Spooky. This is another thing too, okay? Because I feel like I drink a lot of coffee, right? So I fucking probably do need to drink more water and hydrate myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody needs that, right? And that's the thing that, like, right, people forget. Like, oh, you're like, oh, fuck, I feel good. I got a headache. Fucking drink some goddamn water. Maybe you'll feel better. Hey, Precious. It is good to see you. We were just over here talking about how to not fucking kill ourselves and shit. Trying to.
Yeah. I haven't seen them show up on my news feed in a while. I wonder if I needed or Facebook fucking stopped me from seeing them. I need to go back and make sure it's still following them. Well, I liked seeing their posts.
Yeah, I love watching Shovel paint the shit or whatever. And he's got he did one with the head blown off on a fucking it was a teeter slaughter, not a teeter totter, it was a teeter slaughter. And one of them, the head broke off, so he glued it on all fucked up. It was cool. I've been doing Buddhas and shit, the Buddha-lo, and that's like that cool shit. Buddhist believer, it's karma. It's karma. Hey, you don't have to announce that you're leaving Drake. I swear I'm not going to ban you again. You ended up on the perma ban list somehow. I didn't do it.
He's lying. He did it.
I did it.
How do you think it got unbanned?
I didn't do it. I had it done. I unbanned him. I didn't know how to. Yeah, and like I'm bad at. I'm bad with the IT shit. I'm bad with it. But that's the thing is you have to take care of yourself, right? You have to take care of yourself physically in order to, or take care of yourself mentally, take care of yourself emotionally, or take care of yourself, or physically, and then the other way around. You have to take care of yourself physically and make sure you're drinking the water, make sure you're eating right, make sure you're doing the things you need to do so that you can take care of yourself mentally also. If I'm sitting around bumming out that I'm a fat piece of shit and I'm not doing nothing about it, I'm just perpetuating that cycle. I need to do
People
something.
don't realize that their emotions are tied, their nervous system is tied into their gut. So if you have unhealthy gut system, then your nervous system and all of your emotions become like that, you know? Especially if you have parasites. Like even just microorganism parasites that you
Even a Unis.
get from shit, so whatever, you know, probably most people have some type of parasite, even if it's just a microscopic blood parasite or something like that.
Why are
But
we talking about this? Why
well,
are we
I'm just
talking
saying,
about microscopic blood parasites, dude? You're really
because they attach to
direction
they
you're taking
attach to your
this.
gut and your nervous system, and you can have mood swings due to it, which may not be your own, and you may think you're depressed and cause yourself to be more depressed because your gut system is unhealthy.
So where do you sit on the topic of biotics? Are you probiotic? Are you antibiotic? Where are you at on biotics?
Like when you say probiotics, do you mean like kombucha?
Like yogurt and shit, yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, I eat that shit.
I eat that shit. I'm getting all right. Probiotics, prebiotics.
I'm not afraid of yogurt. Um, I'm sure
I'm
that
like,
there's
hey,
some fucking other things. Some see, apparently, some parasites and stuff that's inside of you is positive for you. There's supposed to be some
it
type of
won't leave.
balance.
It won't leave and shit.
If you're going to do dairy, you're gonna end up with a really huge mucus channel, and you just have to make sure that you keep your mucus channels clear, or else you'll become fucked
Oh
fat.
my god, dude! I'm almost at 500 subscribers on my mucus channel right now, and I'm hoping that I get my numbers up. If I get 500 by next Friday, it's just like I think I need like 70 more, and I'm gonna do like a 12-hour live stream in my underwear where I do nothing but play Echo Side with holding my cards with my feet. What? So we need to get there. If you got a friend, if you got YouTube burner accounts, I don't give a fuck. Make your boss sub, make your parents sub, make your kids sub. We got to get there. I got to get this live stream. I'm only at 500 in my mucus channel. I got cavities, anal and oral.
Yeah, I mean the biggest problem I see is in there saying eat clean and as real as possible. That's the biggest problem. Fucking they're the shit's filled with shit now. Like everything's filled with canola oil.
Everything is.
Fucking
Listen, hey, they were just talking about the guy that won the Ned game. Did you watch any of that DCG COD footage? Any of these other fucking junkie podcasts put up, whatever? Well, they did the Ned game, right? Where they have a chick come up and it's like, she gets to pick one of the five guys and shit or whatever. And she picks this guy that he could like barely speak English and shit, but he's like, I love the Juggalos. I love fucking America. Like, this is fucking dope. This guy ends up winning the fucking Ned game. When you won the Ned game, you got a $40 gift certificate to the food vendor there, right? Burgers, fries, pizza, fucking chicken wing, whatever. Typical American bullshit, fucking fast food vendor or whatever. So the guy wins the thing. The dude and the chick go over to the fucking food vendor with the $40 gift certificate, and she's like, well, what do you want? He's like, well, I don't eat this shit. What are you even playing for? I don't know, and he was married, whatever. It was illegals, dude. I don't know if you know illegal. She's a fucking cave and rock gathering vet, been doing it a long time. But it's one of them things where like you've been to cave and rock, what? To help clean up after the gathering?
No, I've gathered there.
Oh yeah, what year did you gather there? Once, twice, 3 times?
Well, my first gathering was in 2011, bro.
I didn't know you were that old. I thought you were only like 22.
No, I'm like in my 30s.
All right.
Yeah, my birthday's all ones and nines, if you can figure that out. No other number.
It's trinary code. So
it is, definitely, because when you put it in the Bible, it spells my initial.
Yeah, is September 1st, 1991.
Nope.
No. No.
That's
It's
my
January 19th.
Yep.
January 19th, 1991. Okay.
Yep, I'm 911 backwards and all that other bullshit. Yep.
That's what I was thinking. I was gonna say November 11th of 99, right? Um, and you know, like
Actually, my first gathering,
old
that's when I
school
got the
Cajun
green
Rock
beast.
gatherings were different, man. It was a different place. You were disconnected from everything. Your phone didn't work and shit.
Oh
So
yeah, there's no fucking signal.
you didn't. Yeah, you didn't have a signal. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing. It was a different type of shits and a different type of spiritual evolution, and that's why like a lot of people look for that gathering every year.
Dude,
And
the first time I went to the gathering, it was the fucking craziest shit ever. Like I swear to fucking God, I drove this chick's car up there, and I was the only one that could drive. She had a car and she couldn't drive, and the other people didn't have license. So I'm just like, I'm the driver, and I'm a speeder, so I was going like 110 the whole fucking way from Arizona all the way to Cave and Rock, and it was like the middle of the night in one of those fucking middle of nowhere places, and we were surrounded by this fucking
look
storm.
like one of your videos.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
was a
right.
fucking storm, like with all this fucking red lightning, but it was like not on us, it was like in front of us and behind us and on the sides of us. And we were like, this is fucking crazy. And I was going like 110 and it was dark as shit. And like lights just literally appeared like right behind my fucking tailgate. And I was like, holy shit, whoever that is had to have been going hella
Right.
fast when they pulled up on me. That better not be the cops. And then they just like, me and my brother were like, whoa, what the fuck was that shit? And then they disappeared. And the chick I was with, she fucking woke up and she said she was having a dream about the Grim Reaper at that moment. And I was just like, that's pretty crazy. And then we got to that fucking gas station that's right by Cave and Rock where they have the Hunts Brothers pizza place. And I saw the Hunts Brothers and I was like, hey, I haven't seen this since I was working in West Virginia. So I've been all over the place, man. I've lived in a lot of states. I've done work all over the fucking place. Uh Fucking anyways, I stop at that pizza place and there's a fucking blue butterfly like right by the pump we stopped at. And I fucking helped that butterfly get the fuck out of the fucking gas station. It was fucked, it was gonna die, but we took it over to this little ditch place where there was some grass and some shade. We were like, you know, at least you're not gonna get fucking stepped on now. And the scenery is better than some black ass fucking pavement and whatever the fuck else this bullshit is, you know? And then I swear to fucking God, I spent most of my time at the gathering doing fucking three things. One was fucking sitting on fucking carnival rides with people, fucking having a blast, meeting new fucking people, sitting on that zipper with people, fucking getting sprayed and shit. I sat on that fucking zipper. I fucking watched Cottonmouth Kings from that fucking motherfucking Ferris wheel when they did Tangerine Sun and they put all their fucking lights out with the fucking lighters. That you'll never ever fucking get to see that ever the fuck again, especially not from a Ferris wheel, not at Cave and Rock from 300 feet away from the crowd. No, that shit, you're never gonna see that again. You know, then the rest of my time I spent with this dude fucking named Crenshaw, and he's the one who named me Beastman because I was in this fucking fur coat, and I wore the fur coat so fucking hard that at the end of the gathering I went like this, whoosh, and the back of it ripped like fucking,
Like
there wasn't that
the
Chris Farley
media.
little shirt, you know? I fucking
Yeah.
sweated fucking shit out of that thing, and I fucking wore it until it was fucking nothing, and that sucks because that was like a fucking family heirloom. It was a fucking actual nanny goat fucking jacket. I fucking gathered it to death. Fucking Crenshaw fucking gave me the name fucking Beastman, and ever since then, I've just been fucking Beastman. He sees me, he yells out fucking Beastman, and that's been that ever since. You
Fucking
know?
hey, what is up, TZ? In case you didn't notice, we'll get you caught up to speed, TZ. In case you haven't been here, this is Beast Man.
I spent
He's
most of
part
my fucking
robot.
gathering actually with fucking Whore on that fucking stupid trailer with him and his fucking megaphone.
God damn it. Well, I'll tell you, you know, and I fuck with Crenshaw or whatever. He's a fucking jug. He's a fucking down ass fucking jug. Chris is a good guy.
Bro, if there was such a thing,
Yeah.
he's my gathering father. Like if you know the rave dad thing where they gave you got your rave name from a certain person or some bullshit. Like he's my gathering father. He gave me the name Beastman. Here it is.
Hey, I have gathering parents also. I'm not gonna lie. I got
Fucking
gathering
great.
parents. I got you know, yes.
Whenever if he gets the right to say he fucking is the one that fucking gave me that shit first, so If I
All
ever fucking
right.
do something, or if he ever does something, he gets the right to fucking say that. That's that.
Yeah, Krenta, he was just he just came out the show actually a couple weeks ago or whatever, and was talking about some of the Dead Side production shit, some of the stuff that he's been working on and shit. So I fucking hey, that's why I say, hey, Wig Splitter, this is what I say too, is like, I'm like, man, I miss the old gatherings and shit. And I miss it's hard to communicate now with the jugs with a megaphone and shit because everybody's all weird. But like I realized that yeah, the internet is the new drug bridge and the podcast is the new megaphone. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here doing this.
There is a bridge at Legend Valley, but it's so far out of the way that it's stupid.
It's weak, yeah. No, nothing will ever be the drug bridge, you know?
No, I remember that shit. That shit was crazy. I actually got to witness it, so that's that.
Yeah, I fucking I loved it. I loved it. That's why I'm here. That's hey, go! No, we're not selling coke over the podcast. Sorry, but if you want to go to the dark web, we did. We loved that fucking bridge. We lived on that fucking bridge. We fucking loved it. It was the Juggalo flea market all the time. If you wanted to, if there was something going on, that's where the buzz was. You know what I'm saying? It was like
I'm not advocating doing drugs at all, but we need drug bridge. We need drug bridge because when drug bridge existed, all of the people selling drugs knew who was selling drugs. Everybody saw who was buying who from what, when, and where. There wasn't no search down the fentanyl fuck. There's no, hey, get the guy in the first dude who's selling fentanyl and every motherfucker's coming after me. And I'm just like, I'm searching for him too, you son of a bitch.
And that's a terrible thing, the fucking fentanyl shit, especially having it in the coke and shit, because like, you know, a lot of jugs are there just to have a recreational party. They don't do that shit all the time. So that's what they're looking for is quality product. You know, do you think like, oh, you can trust your fam? And for the most part, you can, but there's always, if you don't know them, don't fucking trust them. If it's somebody you fuck with them, you know, because they're probably somebody, you know, somebody along the way took the time to check their shit, make sure it wasn't fucking Fenty. Because a real jug ain't bringing no Fenty Coke to the fucking gathering. They're just not.
I can just guarantee you, though, that it's only you, if there was a place designated for the drugs to be bought and sold, there would be a higher chance of us not having people that have that happen. Literally, don't buy your drugs from somebody behind a porta potty. There's literally a place where people buy drugs. It's the drug market here at the gathering. Yeah, it's sad we need to have a drug market, but that would make it so that, like, you know,
safety first, safety third.
Right. Even though I'm not buying drugs at the gathering or even possibly doing anything but mushrooms and weed, or whatever the fuck I decide to do. But the fact of the matter is that there are people that I care about that do the drugs, and they need to be safe. It's that simple.
Yeah. You know what? And fuck yeah. There's a fuck. Are you kidding me? I got on the fucking bridge before and shit. Like it's happened. And like I said, back in the day, and it wasn't even so much like because if you get fentanyl in your fucking coke or whatever, and people die from that, that's not like, oh, I got some bullshit buzz. I got, you know what I mean? This ain't what I thought it was. It was fucking, you know, you're talking about getting fentanyl in your shit, and motherfuckers are dying from it. That's not a joke. That's not something to take lightly. That's not something to fuck with, you know?
Yeah, well,
it's different. It's a different worry.
It's totally real. That shit's totally real. Like,
yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah. And like I said, I've gotten got before and shit or whatever. And you know, had to be made aware of like, oh, okay, they make these test kits and shit that you can use. You know, the fentanyl test strips are one thing. And then the bunk police fucking kits where you could test them is another, you know, because it's like, oh, it's easy to keep a couple fentanyl strips. You don't always have the bunk police fucking test kit. But you know, it's a ignorance thing. Once you're aware of it, though, you know what I'm saying? You have to be like, oh, okay, I'm going to take the steps necessary to make sure this shit's fucking tested before I even buy it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna buy it and then test it. No, I'm gonna fucking test it before I fucking get it. And then if there's some fentanyl or something in it, you know, you call that motherfucker out. Tell him, don't be selling this shit here because just because you say, oh no, I don't want it, you know, I test there's fentanyl and I don't want it. But then they're just gonna go sell it to somebody else that's not gonna test it.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
so you got to be vocal about that shit.
There too is that a lot of people don't really even know anything about drugs. They're just doing drugs. They're just doing
Right. They don't understand the science behind them. The fucking right.
Doesn't normally do drugs. Says, hey, I got this friend who always does drugs. He should know everything about them. I trust him. He does them all the time.
He's just doing drugs. We don't. Me and Wig Splitter, we knew a guy. He would just do whatever. He really loved PCP and shit or whatever. But he would do whatever drug somebody gave him. And one year, this was a Cave and Rock story. He found a bag of shit. Him and this other dude found a bag of fucking some white powder shit. I don't know, or you know, whatever. I don't know what it looked like really. You know, I know it was a bag of shit. And my dude fucking snorted it and fell the fuck out. He ended up dick out in the med tent. And it was one of the craziest things. My guy comes back to campsite and he's like, oh man, he's like, fucking Chris fell out, dude. He's at the fucking med tent. We found this fucking bag of shit by the Spazzy hangout and he blew down a fucking line of it and fell the fuck out. They rushed him to the med tent. So, you know, it's kind of early in the morning. Me and a couple of the fellows get together. All right, let's go see what the fuck's going on with our dude. And as we're fucking walking up to the med tent, they're like, they got a sheet. They're like putting the sheet over him. And I swear, like all three of us thought he fucking died. They were covering him up. But really what it was his dick was out. They were tired of looking at it. So that was a good relief. But he came back. Do you say he's sober now? Is Callie sober? Okay. He's sober now. Chris is sober now. That's crazy. He's got a tattoo of a giant boner on the front of his leg. It's a tattoo of a dick on his shin. It's addiction is what it is. It's addiction. And then I asked him, I'm like, well, is that a tattoo of your dick on your leg? He's like, oh, no, man. No, I don't get a tattoo of my own dick on my leg. I don't get a tattoo of somebody else's dick on your leg? That's kind of weird, too.
When I gather with my family. Like my little brother, who's 10 years younger than me. My fucking mom gathers. My fucking dad. My stepfather gathers. He's my dad. Fuck it. You know,
Jimmy Bubbles isn't here.
Gathers. Like my family literally gathers. So when I gather, I have people that need to be watched out for who could potentially get themselves in trouble. Who don't know
Absolutely. My son gathers. My son's been to 10 gatherings. He's 21 now. My son been to 10 gatherings.
Talk about Zach. Is that what you're talking about?
What's that?
Your son. What's his name?
Zach the Terror.
That's what I just said. So I got the name right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say he's not a little kid, but you're right. He's 21 now. Okay.
Yes. And he used to like I said, you know, the first couple times, you know, it's not like he's been to like 10 fucking solid, right? He came in my ball bag for a few of them. I was packing them. But she would bring him down for the last night and shit or whatever. So, you know, he'd spend a, you know, see a little ICP show, whatever. But, you know, he gathers it great. Okay, he's 21, you know, it's a little bit older. But, you know, my sister gathers, you know, my son gathers, my fucking, you know, my people gather. It is what it is. Like you said, this is a family thing. It's deeper than. I mean,
I show up together and I bring extra tents just in case, you know, like I make sure that I bring more food than I'm going to eat just in case somebody's fucking starving or something. I usually have an extra pair of shoes because I know some dude's going to walk and have his feet burned out or some crap. You know, like, what would you fucking do if you saw this? Because one time I was fucking charged with one of my friends watching their fucking underage person, and I was walking down the main path, and the underage person had seen this fucking, it was an Everclear bottle, and it was like missing like that much. And it was just literally sitting right in the walkway, and they picked it up, and they're like, woo, I can get drunk now. And I was just like, grab that shit and throw it right in the fucking garbage. Like, why was that shit sitting there? You know,
way. Yeah, that's
like, was somebody like waiting to see somebody pick that shit up? Like, why would that be sitting right in the middle of the walkway like that?
Maybe somebody got drunk and forgot it. Okay, that happens. You set it down. You know, yeah.
Maybe they thought they were giving out a gift and somebody was going to be happy. But for all I know, the first thing I thought was, you know, like, The person who picked it up could have been a fucking girl or some shit. And they could
Yeah,
have just
yeah.
fucking started chugging it and got drunk. And that person's like, cool, I got a chick drunk. And now they're following them. Poop bottle.
It was definitely,
Clear. It was clear, luckily. It was clear.
it was definitely a fucking poop bottle. Yeah, and with shit like that, like and well, this is why I get back to my dude scoring the bag and shit. Who knows what the fuck it was?
Yeah, I just smashed it
fucking
into the garbage
roofies.
can. I broke the bottle so no one could trash pick it. Maybe
Yeah.
that was wrong. I shouldn't have broke the bottle.
I broke the bottle and held it on the bottom of my foot just in case.
Yeah, well, I already did that. That was
Thank
actually
you for joining us, Rod. Yeah.
That was only a year ago that I fucking stepped on a piece of glass and it went 4 inches up my foot and I lost 1.5 gallons of blood.
Holy shit! Nobody even has a gallon's worth of blood in their foot.
Bro, I have a lot of blood pressure. I don't give blood, and I have huge fucking vascular veins because I do a fuckload of cardio.
Chat, do you think you can have 1 gallon of blood in your foot? Type 1 if you think you can. Type 1 if you don't think you can.
And see, I could hear the devil telling me to take a nap, literally. I got this big old, the hole was the size of a fucking 50-cent piece, bro.
Oh yeah.
That shit went 4 inches up my fucking shin. And
was that of your own doing? Where'd that glass come from?
Well, without getting into too many details, I was working on some project for some music, and the guy I was talking with decided that he wasn't having such a good time anymore, so he hit me in the head with a guitar 8 times. And the fucking guitar wrapped around my head and smacked me on the other side of the head. And then I started figuring, like I got to start dodging this fucking guitar at some point. So then he fucking missed me because I dodged it, and he hit the fucking cup on the table, a glass cup. And the glass cup fell on the fucking ground with the fucking flat part of the cup still intact and one fucking shard like the shape of a fucking knife standing straight up. And that shit went right up my fucking foot. I got a fucking like a 50-cent size piece and the fucking pile of blood that was sitting next to me in the kitchen when I finally found out. See, what's weird
is that scar look like? Let's see it. Can you pop that up for us right now? Can we get a light on that? You got a flashlight or something? Or
let's see if I got a fucking flashlight for y'all.
Yeah, because I'm interested. I'm interested in gathering scars.
Hold up a second. Hey, Connor. Call my little brother real quick.
Yeah,
can you hear me?
Let's get Connor on it. That's a good idea. We'll get Connor on it, and he can come help us out, and we're going to check out this guy's scar. And then we're going to wrap it up because I got to shit real bad.
I'm live. I'm on YouTube. I'm with Swill. Yeah, okay. My little brother, the guy in the tiger suit. If you ever seen a guy walking around looking like a motherfucking tiger at the gathering, that's him.
Is that the guy he did a tiger tuggy where he put the balm on his shit and jacked off with it? Whatever. Okay, maybe that's a different guy. They jacked off with the tiger balm. That's not the same guy. Okay, it's a different guy. Is he gonna hold the light for us? He got his phone, something like that.
Well, I got my other phone here that I just have turned on. So
we got a fucking burner phone and shit. This guy's got way too many phones. One for the beast, one for the man.
Yeah, if it's not broken.
we just need the flashlight.
Stupid. It doesn't have a fucking flashlight in the top. It has like an actual fucking stupid ass flashlight app. Hey, you're here. You just turn on your flashlight for me real quick.
Yes, are you on camera or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just trying to get a good look at the my dude Scarfoot.
Let's see, it's right here. So if you can see that,
okay, there it is.
It's a fucking V.
I see it. All right, that's a good chunk.
Yeah, the shit went up here and went all the way to fucking up to here in my fucking shin, and it was fucking bruised up from here. And when I was at the fucking hospital, those motherfuckers they had this fucking stupid bullshit where they were like, they had this fluid and they had this fucking stuffed up my fucking leg, and they were like shooting this fluid up my fucking, yeah, here you go.
That's what was open.
Okay, there we go. Look at that one. All right. Hey, it's a butterfly. Does Violent J know that looks like a butterfly?
Yo, it's the V for Vapid Priest, bro. Like, I'm just almost there.
I get it. I get it. Right. Right. You got one letter started. Each gathering will put a new divot in your foot until it goes all the way across. It'll be great.
Oh, great.
Here you go.
There it is. Oh, there she is, all sewed up and shit. Oh, that's cute.
They're like 15 stitches or some shit like that.
Dude, that is a very good. That's a nice angle there. That's a nice 90, right? That's a decent 90. I could make a picture frame with something like that. Yeah,
Dude,
that's good. I'd build a house with that fucking thing.
It's literally been like exactly like almost 1 year by like 3 days since that happened, and I can pretty much I'm back to where I was beforehand. I was fucking 100% recovery.
It only takes like 10 years for you to be a whole new you, because
Hey,
your skin cells shut off.
The lady at the place, she told me that if it would have went 1 degree this way or 1 degree that way, that it would have been fucked. Like I would have had my Achilles tendon shattered or cut, or I would have had my ankle shattered, or I would have had my front tendon sliced.
Yeah,
so I got lucky.
They always say that. They told 50 Cent the same thing.
Well, it's just kind of crazy when you look at it though, like up close, because the tendons literally run like along the path that it took. I don't know if my tendons were just so good they deflected the blade, or if I just literally got lucky. Hey, Frieza in Dragon Ball Z just ass fucking beat, but he couldn't get fucking cut up. That's for sure.
No, yeah. He doesn't. I think that's the thing that my man Wig Splitter. He doesn't. He cuts his whoops with an H. He's trying to cut the H out of his whoops. No H in our whoops.
Well, as long as he stays in uppercase Juggalo, I'm all good.
All right. You want me to do it? I can do it again. Chat. Type 1 for he was lucky, or type 1 for nobody gives a fuck. All right, we'll take a poll. I'm digging it. So yeah, and that you had to be freaking out. So you left the gathering and got stitches.
Shit, man, the gathering's fucking awesome.
Or did you just? I'm saying, but did you leave the gathering and get sewn up? Did you get stitches, and then you came back, or you waited till after the gathering?
Well, if I told you that it was exactly a year and some days right now, then that couldn't possibly have been at the gathering.
Oh, you said it happened at the gathering. I thought that's what this whole thing started about. That you said it happened at the gathering.
Hey, look, we're on YouTube. Rewind and find out.
I thought you were talking about this happened at the gathering.
No, but the first time I walked last year was at the gathering. I didn't walk all last year until the gathering.
Maybe that's what you said. I'm gonna rewind this though.
Shit was so fucking sore. Bro, like even get this. When I went to the gathering last year, I was all fucked up and I was like afraid to walk, man. I was like, yo, my foot I could be really fucked up right here if I started walking. I don't know if I'm gonna have an issue or not. But some motherfucker came into a camp and fucking like assaulted this girl. And I came out of my tent and they were all like, oh my God, somebody assaulted us. And the dude that they were with got assaulted too. And the dude just flew on the ground because his arms flew out of his socket. So like I had to fucking take off and fucking find a way to get the fucking the med guys up there with my fucking bunk ass foot. I swear to God, I ran so fucking hard, my fucking cape was flying in the fucking wind because, I wear that damn cape. My cape was like fucking parallel with the ground. I blew a fucking blood vessel in my foot. But hey.
You're getting fucked up, man. We got to take care of you together. Maybe we'll get you a scooter or something and, we're going to take it easy on you, Beast Man, because you go wild. We need to get you a shock collar or something.
So wait. Do you remember hearing a story at the fucking 2 years ago about two guys who rode their fucking bikes to the gathering? That would be me and my brother.
You guys rode your bikes to the gathering from Detroit?
From Sterling Heights, yeah, with 2 bike trailers, and the bikes and the trailers are still at Legend Valley. We hid them in some trees, and then the fucking the people running the place fucking covered them with all the debris from the trees that they fucking cut down. So they're still there. Even though they trimmed the trees, they re-hid them for us. Yeah, we fucking showed
How'd
up
you
with
get home?
bike trailers, man. Fucking like
How'd you get home?
literally everything you fucking need to fucking travel and fix the bikes. Like 200
Did you-
pounds each.
That is it. Did you document any of that? You got pictures of that and shit? Did you document that story?
Yeah, I've got it all somewhere, man. Because here's the thing: is we were at Legend Valley. We were at Legend Valley for a whole entire moon cycle. Fucking Steve let us live on his property.
When you say a moon cycle, do you mean
Like we showed up there and it was a new moon, and when we left, it was a new moon.
how long does that take? Like a couple months?
No, it should happen every month. There's a full moon every month, roughly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fucking numbers on those are. What listen, I am very interested. Listen, I'm very interested in these stories, but I told you I had to shit 20 minutes ago, and you need to shut the fuck up. All right. So we're gonna pick up on this, but look, what I need you to do there, Beast Man, because I like that whole fucking ride the bike to the gather. And so like that's a good story. Gather up some fucking documentation and let's talk about that.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, because I
You know what I'm
literally,
saying?
you know, you think it's a thing that can do. I don't know if you know Uncle Frank. He wears the big fucking top hat that looks like Uncle Sam's top hat. He's a hippie. Izzy High is what he goes by. He fucking rode his bike from California to the other side of the United States once, and he's been my motivation for that. You know? And you think Google Maps says it's going to take this long, but it literally, you can't stop anywhere where we were, you know, like, oh, I'm going to get arrested for fucking sleeping on this guy's fucking sidewalk here, you know, so you just kind of got to keep going and keep going and keep going. And then you end up there early.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to purposely keep you from shitting.
Yeah, it's all right though, because I shit my pants actually 4 minutes ago. It's just starting to cool down and get uncomfortable. But look, get that shit together.
Bikes last year, man. I was literally
get that shit together. Get some pictures. Yeah, get some pictures. Take some fucking pictures of your foot. I want to see that motherfucker all gashed open and fucking bleeding and shit. Some pictures of the fucking bike, and we'll come back on and we'll bullshit about it. Fucking dope, right? That was cool. That's my guy, Beastmaster. You know, Beastman. That's not Beastmaster. Different guy. Neither of them shut the fuck up, though. But I totally enjoy talking with my man Beast. He's played together before. Okay, I know this kid's got some good gathering stories. And riding your bike to the gather, is that right? Not many people have done that. Is that poor mental health, or is that good mental health? If you ride your bike to the gather, I mean, it depends. Let's see, how far is that? That's probably about 150 miles, 200 miles, something like that, maybe, right? That's a good bike ride. Fucking, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, TZ couldn't. Yeah, I don't know. So what's the most amount of miles you would ride a bike to the gathering? Chat, type 1 if you give a fuck. Type 2 if you don't give a fuck. Type 3 if you're going to fucking fap about it. And I'm fucking shutting this shit down because my fucking underwear's getting cold. So go fuck yourself, San Diego. Whoop, whoop. I gotta add me this. Did you leave already? I kicked you out and muted you.
Beastman just popped up on the screen.
Yeah, I popped him up. I don't think he's there, though. I don't think he's there because I can't unmute him. But whatever. Kick him from the studio. Ba-doom. All right, I'm fucking shutting this down too, right? A decent fucking stream, right? I had some people popping.